Hey y'all, well, I'm making a video. As you can tell from the title of the video, we're not going to be doing a recipe today, but I did want to give you health updates on me, Jenny, and Karen, and just let you know where we've been and what's been happening. The last time that we made videos was right after I had gotten the dishwasher and the refrigerator straightened out, and we had another power problem out here. We had a storm and a tree fell over and hit one of the power poles, not the pole but the lines, you know. So they had to get that fixed, and when they made the repair and the electricity came back on, we got a power surge. It took out my microwave. Yep. So I had to get a new microwave. So now we have got the dishwasher straightened out, the refrigerator straightened out, and the microwave fixed. They did have to come out and do another repair on the refrigerator, and the guy found out when he was down under the freezer fixing it that there was actually a wire that was too short. There was a manufacturing error, and so he was able to get that fixed, and it cost me $1,100 and something to get it fixed. But luckily I was still under warranty, and Allstate is the company that does insurance through Home Depot, which is where I bought the refrigerator. And they were so wonderful. They asked me for the receipts, and they asked me for something else. Oh, I had to let them know if you know, we'd have any issues going on in the house. And so I sent them all the information, and they sent me a check right out right away. So thank God that I got reimbursed for that repair, because that was a lot. And I've got notes written down here because I wrote everything down as it has happened, because there's so much that's happened. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I wanted to make sure I didn't leave out telling y'all what's going on with Jenny and Karen too. So the first thing that happened about a month and a half ago is Karen got RSV. And so Jenny and I were making runs to her house because she was sick, y'all. She was really, really sick. And we were dropping meds and things off at her house, over-the-counter stuff that she could take. And she went to the doctor, and they put her on some medication, and it helped her, but it wiped her out. She was just so tired and so sick. So we were taking care of her, and she got well and was feeling better. And Jenny and I never went in her house while she had RSV. So about, I guess, 3 or 4 days after she was feeling better and she was well, Jenny and I both got RSV. And we were both sick at the same time, sick as a dog, both of us. And we hadn't called each other, and it's not like us to call each other, because the three of us generally talk every day, if not every day, every other day. And so Jenny hadn't called me, and I hadn't called her. And on the 4th day after I had been sick, she called me, and she's like, "I've been so sick." And I said, "Girl, me too." And it was just so bizarre that we both got sick at the same time. So we both recovered from that. And Karen went to a funeral. Her brother-in-law died, and she went to a funeral, and while she was at the funeral, she caught COVID, and when she got home, she got sick again, and it was COVID. And by the way, I'm not telling any of this stuff out of school. I got permission from both of them to share this stuff with you, because they wanted everybody to know that, you know, we're going through it, but we're going to be okay. And so right after that happened, with Karen with the COVID, Jenny's daughter has been having like really severe back pain for about 2.5 years now. She's always complained about her back hurting, but she's really been having a struggle with it lately. And she just turned 17, and Jenny took her to the doctor. And this is another reason I have my notes, because I would never be able to remember this. But they diagnosed her with something called Scheuermann's kyphosis. And what it is, it's a spinal deformity, and it causes chronic back pain. And there's nothing they can do about it, because it's a deformity of the spine, and it can't be fixed like regular back surgery. So one of the things that they try to do to help alleviate the pain is strengthen different sets of muscles in her back and her shoulders and stuff. So she's been taking her to physical therapy to see if they can, you know, get some relief from the pain. And it's working some, but right now it's not like a huge thing. It's supposed to get better as she goes along and the muscles get stronger. But for right now, it's just kind of a little bit of relief. And so that happened. And then I was laying in bed one night and I started to hurt on my right side again. And then I got sick and I was throwing up and hurting, and I was like, this feels just like when I had the first kidney stone. So I of course couldn't get to the doctor because it was on the weekend, and I didn't feel bad enough to go to the emergency room. And I did have 2 pain pills left over from when I had the last kidney surgery, and so I took those, not at the same time, but I spread those out, and I was able to get through the weekend. And got into my doctor Monday, and they sent me for an x-ray, and the x-ray looked like the kidney stone had fallen, and it was sitting, it had gone all the way down the ureter, and it was sitting at the entrance to my bladder. So they put me on 2 different medications. One of them was for pain, and I think Toradol, I think it's Toradol, I can't remember now. And then they put me on this medication called Flomax. It's supposed to increase the relaxation in all the muscles and everything. And it did that, but it also made me sick and scared. They told me that they wanted me to take it at night because it can lower your blood pressure. And they didn't want me to get up in the morning and take it and it lower my blood pressure and then I'll faint or something, because my blood pressure is textbook, like 120/80, 122/79, kind of stuff like that. So that medication, not only can it lower your blood pressure, but it can make you feel weak, it can make you feel fatigued, it can make you faint, it can make you dehydrated, which happened to me. And because I got dehydrated, I was having shortness of breath. And I walked down to the mailbox one day to get my mail, and just walking down to my mailbox and back up to the house, my heart was beating really hard. I was having trouble getting a full deep breath, and I was really getting scared because this went on. They had me on that Flomax for, I think it was 10 or 11 days. They had me on the Flomax, and every day I felt worse. And I really started wondering, is my time here on earth about to come to an end? I really thought that maybe the kidney thing was just a symptom of something worse, you know. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, because I've been back on track with my food, and my blood sugars were a little bit high, but the doctor said that could be from the medication and also from pain. And so, but they weren't outrageously high, you know. And so I was concerned, and I was trying to figure out what could have been going on with me. And I called Jenny, because Jenny's a CNA, and I was telling her what was going on, and she said, didn't the doctor tell you about the side effects? And I said, well, he told me about the blood pressure stuff. She said, every symptom that you have, it can be caused by that medication. And then she was telling me that her grandfather had been on it for a little while, and he actually did faint twice. And thank goodness he didn't get hurt, because he's in his 90s, but he's doing okay. But it really scared me. So when Jenny told me that, it kind of like lifted a mental weight off of me. Because y'all, I really was wondering if, you know, something really, really terrible was going on. But it wasn't. It's just the medication and the fatigue and all the brain fog and everything that I have. I've been off the medication for, let's see, 4 days now. And I feel mentally so much better. And I haven't had any pain in the last few days. And so they sent me for a CT scan Wednesday, and I won't find anything out until I go to the doctor's office, but I went and had that done, and the lady there was so nice and so sweet. So that's been going on. And then a weird thing happened when I came off of the medication. My face broke out like I was in high school. Like, broke out. And I don't know if it was medication that caused that or my own stress or what was going on. But I've got a lot of makeup on right now because my face is still broken out in places. But thank goodness today I feel well enough to put makeup on, and I feel well enough to talk to you guys, and I feel like I'm just going to keep getting better and better. But that has been what's going on with us, and I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything here, y'all. I'm not. Okay, so that's basically what's been going on here with me, Jenny, her daughter, and Karen. And so anybody that prays, y'all please pray for us, because we really, really need it right now. And oh, I did leave something out. So the other thing with Jenny was right before I had the kidney stone issue again, Jenny called in sick to work one day, and she was hurting so bad that Rick had to help her get out of bed. And so what had happened is Jenny was in a really, really bad car accident about 15 years ago, and it shattered her kneecap, and they went in there and did some repair work, but they wouldn't do a knee replacement because they said she was too young. So ever since I've known her, she's had knee pain and stuff, but she's been able to get around and help me carry things, and we go, you know, running around and doing all the Christmas projects and everything. But she is now bone on bone with her knee. And so she's in so much pain that on the days that she can walk, she's on a cane. And on the days that she cannot walk, she's in a wheelchair. So they're trying to get all the insurance and stuff figured out now so that she can get the surgery done. But it's, you know, sometimes working with insurance companies like a circus. But anyway, they're trying to get all that straightened out. And she is going to have knee surgery in the very near future. And so please be praying for her about that, and praying that the right doctors take care of her, and everybody from the people that check her in all the way up to the surgeon treats her well and kindly and in a proper medical way. And, you know, we would really appreciate the prayers for that too. So the other two things I wanted to tell you is I'm going to be filming by myself for a while, because obviously Jenny's not going to be able to be here. And I'm going to try to do some update videos with her if I can get to her and she's feeling like it. Some days she just doesn't even feel like, you know, anything. So I will definitely keep you guys updated and all of that. And Miss Karen is fully recovered now, and she's feeling good too. So there's that. And the other thing I was going to tell you is I think I've got the Jello recipe. It's not Jello, it's gelatin recipe that I'm working on about figured out. And I want to thank Pam, who's one of our subscribers, and she's turned into a sweet friend. She sent me some information to try to help it work better, and it did help. I modified it a little bit because that's what I do, but it did help a lot. And so Pam, if you're watching, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. And then the other thing I was going to tell you is this is a surprise giveaway. I didn't announce it on the title because a lot of people that are on YouTube, they will look for channels that are doing a giveaway, and then they sign up for the giveaway, and a lot of them never answer me, like if they win, if it's a physical product. I don't know whether they live in other countries or they don't want people to have their home address for, you know, mailing stuff or whatever, but they don't respond unless it's like an Amazon card or something. So I'm doing a giveaway here because I don't want y'all to think that we just don't love you and we just said, oh, we don't have time to make a video. That is never the case. And if I'm ever missing for a while, something's going on. So, but I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm giving away these two mugs here. And this one's just, I'm going to hold this up. I don't know if you can see it well enough from where I'm sitting at the table, but we're going to do this one, and it's got the design on both sides. And then this mug, I love this mug. I think I've given this mug away once before, actually, but I just love it. It says, "Be happy and smile." And it's got the little hummingbird on it here, and the hummingbird over here, and all the flowers, and it's this pretty green color inside. So we're going to be giving that away. And then I've got 2 devotionals here. One of them is 365 Days of Hope and Healing, and so we're going to be giving that one away. And then this devotional is 365 Days of Resting in God's Presence. So, same drill as always. If you're interested in the giveaway, just put 3 exclamation points in front of your comment, and that'll let me know that you want to be entered to win. And I guess that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Miss Macy is wandering around here because she wants me to pay her some attention. I've been getting some things done today, and I hadn't had a lot of snuggle time with her. But Macy's doing really great. She went to a new vet this past Wednesday, and he is amazing, and his team is amazing. And we had a surprise when we went there because one of his techs that works there is one of the techs that worked at Macy's old vet. And the reason we left her old vet is because the doctor sold out to a corporation, and so every time I've taken her in, she sees a different person, and I want her to have an experience where the people know her. And so when the other vet tech from the first vet office left, and she walked in with the new vet, we looked at each other and we were like, "Oh my goodness!" And she saw Macy, and she just got on the floor with Macy, and she's like, "Hi, bestie!" And Macy because Macy has loved her since day one, and she loves Macy like crazy. So it was funny because the vet looks at us and he goes, "I take it you know this girl?" And so she was going on and on about how much progress Macy had made and everything, and Macy did great. And all her tests came back negative for heartworm, parasites, and all of that. So she got caught up on her shots, and she's free of any problems. And so Macy and I are getting better, and Karen's already well, and Jenny's going to be okay. It's just going to be a matter of time until she has her surgery. But like I said, they both told me I could tell their stories, and I will definitely let them know when I see y'all's comments, because Karen doesn't get on the phone very often, and Jenny may or may not be able to. It depends on how she's feeling and how her service is at her house. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know what was going on, tell you that I love you, I love you, I love you, and I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I appreciate those of y'all that email me when I'm missing, and it just, you don't know how it warms my heart to know that there's people that don't even really know me that are concerned about me and my well-being. So I appreciate that so much, and I will pass on any love comments that y'all send for Karen and Jenny, and we just appreciate you so much, and we will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.